It's day 275.
The 29th year and beyond.
Well, on day 273, we had a friend that posed a question that we took up, and that was about
Who should ride shotgun?
who
Your
should
mom
ride.
or yours?
Yeah. And on the same day, she posed this other question that just kind of stuck with me as well. And the question is, if your spouse dies, would you want them to get remarried?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, so you feel very strongly
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
I did. I wouldn't want you to sit around and pine away. Now, there are circumstances. I mean, I want you to be careful. I don't want you to just get hooked up with somebody just so you'd have somebody, to do. Well, I want you to marry somebody who you love and enjoy being with, and you can travel and then, spend some time with.
So, with that said, is that a conversation that you think all spouses should have? About the possibility if one passes, how would they feel about the spouse remarrying?
I think definitely if you have children, and they're small. I mean, because now, of course, our kids are grown, 18 and 25, so yeah. But if you had children that were small, and say had you died when Amber was very young, I really would be very hesitant, or have been very hesitant to remarry, because I could have remarried a pedophile. So that would be the conversation that I would just want to make sure that, if you want to bring somebody else into the life, they were someone that was equally as loving. Did you ever run a background check on make sure that they weren't a pedophile? Or a female pedophile, or whatever. I'm just saying, I would want you to, and that they were definitely someone that was in the church, and not just going, but someone that, served and,
So,
yes.
Okay. Let's say there are no kids, or the kids are grown, like in our situation. But you have the conversation with your spouse, and your spouse is adamant that they absolutely, under no certain terms, think that you should get remarried, because that would totally be an affront to them. It would totally eradicate everything that you all built, the love that you supposedly had for them.
No, still, I would respectfully tell them that if someone came into my life after they passed, I would remarry. If they had a problem with it, okay, then we'd have to go to therapy, because I would want them to understand, why are you being so selfish? Why wouldn't you want to share all of this with someone else after you're gone? I don't understand that.
Well, and if someone was like, if someone felt that way, regardless of what, quote unquote, they thought the motivation was, as far as to feel that way, that they would not want their spouse to have the option, if love, presented itself and the person could remarry, I would agree. That would be a selfish motivation.
Very selfish.
But with that said, I would imagine that there are some persons who would see it that way, and if having the conversation, you discover, okay, well, for better or for worse, this is just crazy, and I'm not going to listen to this. Do you believe, okay, at some point, instead of causing or creating challenges in your relationship, some things may be just best undressed?
Yeah, definitely that. Leave it alone. The other person's going to be dead. I mean, what difference does it make?
That just sounded so cold and callous. However,
Just saying.
what do you think? What do you think? I mean, because in my case, if I transition,
Oh, I know.
Naturally, I would want you to be as happy and to have the best possible quality of
Yes.
life. So if love should come your way and you wanted to remarry, I would so support that.
Well, thank you for that endorsement.
Yes. But what do you think? And is this a conversation that you think you need to have with your spouse? Or do you already know the response?
Or should you just leave it alone?
Or should you just leave it alone until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same?
Bye.